Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Welcome back. As always, I am Wigsly, and you are not. If you're new here, I make motorcycle content both on and off the bike. Please consider subscribing. As always, this video is brought to you in part, like all videos on this channel, by Boomer's Bike Shop right here in Metro Detroit, Michigan, and we're adding one to it now. All the videos on this channel are going to be brought to you in part by MHR Racing as well. Nick over at MHR has been my motorcycle mechanic since I started riding motorcycles, and he has treated me very well as my mechanic. He's always honest. He's always fair. Personally, I've always been too afraid of being my own mechanic, both with my own car and my own motorcycles. It can be really daunting, and it's really nice to have someone that you trust to charge you the right amount of money, diagnose the right thing, and to fix it correctly, because especially with motorcycles more than cars, it's just more dangerous to have stuff wrong with it, man. You can limp your car off to the side of the road. Over the last year, I've made a bit of a career change, though. I got lucky enough to be offered the opportunity while my career, my day job, was in limbo, like a lot of other Americans and people around the world because of this virus. Nick offered to take me into the garage as an employee. Now, he wouldn't say an employee. He says that I work with him, not for him. That's because Nick's a humble dude. But let's be honest. What I am is an apprentice. And at 33 years old, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to apprentice as something that I want to be, or I want to do, or I want to learn. At 33, a lot of people do not get the opportunity offered to them and can't take the opportunity if it is offered to them because they're comfortable in their job or they have health insurance. You know, they've got their kids to feed, their mortgage to pay, or it's rent. I was in a position where I got offered the opportunity and really had no reason to say no to it at all. Now, I'm not totally useless. I've turned a wrench most of my adult life, but I have built machines for automated factories. Building a system that sends paint through a tube to spray a car isn't exactly the same thing as fixing the engine inside of a car. Tearing apart an entire motorcycle and putting it back together and putting it together the right way and knowing that what you did is going to work and that what you did was best for the machine and best for the customer. It's its own skill, it's its own trade, and it's a lot of responsibility. I would not want to ever work on someone else's machine, especially a motorcycle, not 100% confident that what I did and the way I did it was correct. If I'm not going to work on my own, far be it for me to ever touch yours. So I've been working for Nick, or as he likes to say, with Nick, for a little over 6 months. I definitely had a learning curve. I went in knowing nothing about motors. I was lost. I was totally lost. I knew how to take the seat off. I knew how to take a gas tank off. I knew how to replace a headlight. But, Nick works mostly on dirt bikes. It's a little bit different. I've worked on Harleys. Most of what I've done has been bolt-on stuff. I can change my exhaust. I've done my own forward control conversion before. But it's not the same thing as busting into the engine. And Nick has been both, pushing me to challenge myself and expecting a lot out of me, while at the same time being very patient. And that's been a huge blessing. Anyone who's ever learned a trade from someone else can tell you that the right teacher to the right student makes a huge difference. And if they tell you otherwise, they're a fucking asshole and you shouldn't work from them because you won't learn very much from them. Nick's the kind of guy that I've been very lucky to learn a lot from in the 6 months I've been with him. I'm happy to say that while I still have a ton to learn, I'm nowhere near being anyone's motorcycle mechanic by myself, and I would never try or claim to be. But we are starting to have days where I can be left alone with a list of things. And we can count on me to achieve that list of things and maybe have a few questions, sure. And that's good. That means that I'm still learning. I couldn't be more grateful, not only for the opportunity, but for the way I've been treated, respected. I am told that the work I do makes a difference, makes someone's life easier and better as they're trying to start a small business. And this is somebody who I care about, who's my friend, whose family I've become close with. Now, don't get me wrong, I still have bad days. There's been a few times Nick's had to look at me and go, come on, man, we've been over this. And it happens. Sometimes I'm stuck 3 times a day. But I'm the kind of person that I might learn a little slow, but once I catch something, I got it. And if it's something important like that, I'm not going to fake it till I make it, and I'm not going to put it back together wrong. I'm going to stop and waste 30 seconds of his time right now to save us 3 hours later of frustration. And why did you do that? We also make a couple of products. If you haven't seen the previous videos on this channel, I've actually made 2 commercials for MHR before. Nick has come up with several products on his own that we sell to other motorcycle garages and guys who are building out their own garage at home. Churning, rotating, swiveling, tilting, locking engine stands with removable oil pans for catching all of your fluids. We also make what's called the Valve Vac. It's a vacuum tester for engines to confirm that before you put everything back together, everything inside is sealed right and you don't have any leaks. Between the work we do to bikes, quads, snowmobiles, other small engine stuff, to the products we make, I'm very proud of the work I do there. Whether it's cutting and deburring and drilling all day, or if it's spending a day taking apart an engine and asking Nick questions while he's putting back together the one I already took apart, it doesn't matter to me because I walk into work every day there stoked to be at work. I'm fulfilled. I'm happy. I like what I'm doing. I want to be there. I want to be learning it. There's a sense of satisfaction. That's a great feeling. Not a lot of us get that feeling. Not a lot of us get to do what we want to do for a living. Not a lot of us get to work with, for, under, learning from a friend who actually cares about lifting me up, actually wants me to succeed, believes in me, put their chips down on me. And so I'm gonna say something here that's a little more serious. A year ago, it's January 2021, I didn't believe that I was gonna make it into January of 2020. Things got real dark. I hated where I worked. I hated who I worked for. I hated what I did. I hated walking into work every day. And honestly, I hated myself. I was very deeply, not just not happy, unhappy. It's very easy to get caught in that and to get sucked into that black hole. It's honestly a lot to get on camera and act like everything's cool and, be entertaining while being informational and, trying to put positivity out there when I don't feel positive in here. It weighed on me really heavily. And over this last year, over the course of 2020, 2 things. I have had a couple of friendships, long-term relationships end. There were people that showed their true colors and showed how much they really did or did not care about me. And that goes both ways because I've had some friends and family that have really stepped up to the plate and shown me not just that they care or love me or want the best for me, but have put their neck out there to lift me up as long as I wanted to lift myself up. And to be honest, at first, I didn't. I was stuck in that mind frame of I can't or I won't be able to or I keep trying and it never works and it's not worth it and I'm going to give up. And Nick is one of the very few people this year. Now, I've told him this. This isn't some secret. He's a huge part of me saving myself from myself over this last year. And I have. I'm in a way better place. And what I did for a living this year, the passion I have for it, the desire I have to learn from it, and who I'm learning it from, who I'm with every day, who I'm surrounded by, the fact they believe in me has made such a big difference. So really what I'm here to do is tell you, hey, I'm an apprentice motorcycle mechanic now, and if you live in Michigan, you should totally bring your dirt bike, sport bike, naked bike, Grom, your Harley, your chopper, your bobber, your cafe racer, your quad, your mule, your side-by-side, your jet ski. Bring them to me. But that's not all I'm here to tell you today. What I'm here to tell you today a little bit is go into 2021 with this in mind, because I'm going to. And it made a huge difference in my life in 2020. 1, you will miss all the shots you don't take. When you are given a chance to take a shot on yourself, take it. And you might still fail, but you can't score if you don't shoot. And the second thing that I want to impart to you is surround yourself with people who believe in themselves and who believe in you. Surround yourself with people who are lifting themselves up. And don't be afraid to tell those people, hey, I see it in you. I want it for me. Show me, lead me, teach me. You don't even have to do that. Just be around positivity. Not fake positivity. Real positivity. success. Someone actually out there getting it. That's pretty heavy, and I don't want to get too serious with you guys. Some of that's for another video, another time, but I just wanted to share the experience that I've had over the last 6 months, getting a chance to pursue something that I thought, wow, I wish when I was 18 or 20 I had decided to get into this. But I'm 33 and maybe it's too late for me. And I found out that it's not. If you guys want to find Boomer and MHR, I'm going to list all of their social media, their Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channels down in the description below. There's also going to be some links where you can actually buy our products, our speed stand for engines and our valve vac for vacuum testing. You can find me here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post new content. You can also find me now on Twitch. Wigsly Gaming is a thing. Please come over to Twitch, search Wigsly. It's the same name as the channel here on YouTube. When this video premieres, I'll be over on Twitch, so if you watch this during what's called the premiere time, please come on over to Twitch, search Wigsly, check out the stream. You can find my other social media at Wigsly2Wheels. That's at the word Wigsly, the number 2, the word wheels, on Instagram and Facebook, even though Facebook is trash. I have 2 other Instagrams, at Wigsly Gaming and at Wigsly Photography. As always, thank you so much for joining me and letting me rant to no end about stuff I care about. As always, I am Wigsly and you are not. Nick over at MHR Racing has been my motorcycle mechanic since I started riding motorcycles. Dope, bro. Untold. I'm nowhere near being anyone's motorcycle.